Because eating here, I have to control over it. Right. I don't do too much for me.
At that time. Okay, well, I can go on Instagram then. I on Instagram.
Yeah, why not?
Alrighty.
Tell us people folks some new platforms to see us.
I know, right?
Just like everybody.
Real.
Alright, so I'll tag you on Facebook here.
Okay.
Tag about your Facebook here.
Okay.
Right, bring up everybody. What's
I see Ricardo is a JP now.
That's right.
Wow,
He's a
JP.
Don't say it was another word.
Okay.
You better do it.
He always doing something.
Yeah, well, he always.
What's popping, my people? Welcome to another Wild Out Wednesday with the folks. We got.
Boy, this boy just so ready for the camera.
Listen to me.
Listen here.
When he come through the door with this, I say, "Oh, we have light today."
It is. Oh, wait, let me get this right. The Natural Empress here. Good evening.
I'm just Natural Empress.
Oh, hold on.
Just
Boom. There she go. There she go. The legendary Naja. Say Naja.
No,
and it's your boy, PJ Fuego.
With the dimples.
Okay.
Don't forget.
Wait, if I had dimples, y'all couldn't talk to me, you know.
And you can't talk to me now, so imagine.
No, like real talk. If I had dimples, nobody could have talked to me.
Okay.
Dimples?
What is that? Dimps?
Yeah. Boy, if I used to try to bite the side of my cheek.
Mine have to bite the side.
Yeah, I used to work on that, boy.
Hi, Auntie.
Oh, Auntie on the feed.
Oh, you know what? We know it's how much. Hey, you know what? Auntie on the feed. I gotta see if any of my church aunties.
I know, right?
First of all,
here we go.
Okay.
Star 106. Good afternoon, 242, and welcome. Wild Out Wednesday edition of Free Your Mind, brought to you courtesy of KFC, Pinder Tile. Muffler World has got us this hour as well. I got to say thank you to them. And of course, it's all about justice for Chris, as the folks down there at Discount Distributors Liquors, they're celebrating the life of their brother, Christopher Turnquist, who would have been 30. And of course, they have the Dirty 30 specials. Right now, let me tell you, give you an example of the supplies.
Oh, I got you.
While they last, I must say, a bottle of Ciroc, pineapple or red berry with a shot of 99, $30. You got the Hennessy with the free 99 shot, 39. You got the Nail with a six pack of Coke and the free shot, 30. Mark Rogers, you get 2 bottles of that, a bottle of Carlo Rossi and the shot, $30. Listen to me, 2 Stoli. A 6 pack of Coca-Cola and the shot again. We ain't talking about the vaccine. $30. You got 2 bottles of Gordon's gin. You got the half pint and the shot. $30. Just a mere example of the wonderful savings. Listen to this. Get a case of water, a case of leg quarters, 2 Jack Daniel coolers, and the shot, $30. All right. It's all about Dirty 30 down there at Discount Distributors Liquors. It's the brotherly love package while supplies last up until Monday, February the 1st. So big shouts out to my Discount Distributors fam as well. All right. I gotta say good afternoon to everybody locked and loaded, channel 976 on cable. Everybody that's tuned in via Facebook, Star 106 on Facebook, as well as Natural Empress on Facebook. Say Naja's in the building. PJ Fuego is in the building.
Hello.
Yo, count to 5, look alive for hummus. PJ Fuego's in the building. Talk to me nice and don't talk to me at all.
Worse yet, I have on my glasses and I have dimples.
And I got the gold frames on, so they ain't just my reading glasses, baby. These my stunning glasses.
I can't.
They hot.
They're not prescribed glasses.
Yeah. They're right.
They hot. They are
right.
Thank you.
All right, so I wanted to bring Naja into the fold as we pretty much review yesterday's show with the cookie caterer.
With the no-nonsense,
cutthroat. Hold on. What we can call him? The no-nonsense cookie caterer?
No-nonsense, cutthroat, tell it as it is.
Like it or don't like it.
Coming in at a heavy 230 pounds in presence.
In presence,
6'4" in attitude.
Say it again?
We got coming in at 230 pounds in presence, 6'4" in attitude. We got the no-nonsense, cutthroat.
Like it or don't like it, that's your business.
But 3 locations, everybody.
Yeah, the cookie caterer.
The cookie caterer.
Yeah. So you missed the cookie caterer yesterday, girlfriend. Yeah, Greg came in full swing.
Oh, cookie being the cookie.
Right? Ain't nothing was sweet.
And
I lied. And we had sweet info.
And we also were dubbed the 3 ambassadors.
We're the 3 ambassadors. I'm Mount Royal. I'm the Empress.
And I am City 2000.
Okay. And Beats decided to be the East, the king from the East.
He was the prince. He was Prince Charles. Yes.
So I wanted to pretty much kind of bring you into the fold as to what we spoke about with the cookie caterer yesterday. Big up to Greg at all 3 locations. Yeah, definitely. So what had happened was we were pretty much talking about the video that had surfaced at the emergency hostel.
Right.
And if anybody knows the cookie caterer, he does not believe in corporal punishment. It's a no. At no time, for no reason.
There's no excuse justifiable.
No excuse. Boy, he chopped Beats down for every
hypothetical situation. So imagine the real ones.
The real ones, exactly. So let me just dive into that's us 3 now, our childhoods. What was childhood like? She laughed. She even gave me a chance.
Oh, she laughed. Say it to someone.
And your auntie listened. So let me hear.
Yeah, so she could amen us. Come on, auntie.
Screaming. My auntie never beat me. Ever.
Okay.
Ever.
All right. So go ahead. No, mommy, you only say
yeah.
auntie.
She stopped. She's like, yeah.
Yeah,
no.
Talk about mommy.
Mommy, yes. Are you listening? Are you hello? Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. She beat me with whatever comes to her hand.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
I mean.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. In all honesty, do you think that it helped? Did it help to shape and mold you into the wonderful citizen of the Bahamas that you are today? A past graduate of GHS.
Big ups.
A shout out.
Did it help? So if you remember the worst beating, what was the worst beating for? What did you do? Because I'm sure you remember. Because that tan hip, you never forget.
You never forget it because you never do it again.
Yeah, right.
Oh wow.
No, not necessarily that you don't do it again.
Oh, you just don't
get caught.
Okay.
All right. So tell me what that tanning was about.
From what I could remember, I think I got beat with a broom.
Not the broom.
Oh, I call in social service.
Oh, not the broom.
Right now.
In the backyard.
It ain't too late to backtrack.
Yeah, it ain't too late. Tell your story here.
Tell your story.
It is time to
surviving.
Yes.
Oh, because I slammed the door. I slammed the back door. But it was.
So you thought you was woman?
No.
You see where it's going?
Yeah,
it's leading now? Okay.
No,
that's funny. She was mad at me for something prior. So she was already mad. So slamming the door was
pushed over the edge.
Pushed over the edge, right?
You was copping attitude. That's how it would have registered in her mind.
Click, back talk. Click, disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly.
Click, no manners.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I swear on anything, it was an accident. The back door was an accident because as soon as it slammed, I say, "Oh,
sugar." Yeah.
Sugar rush.
Yeah. And that was it. That was it.
Oh, and she got the broom for you.
Yeah.
For a slam door.
Yeah.
Boy, you lucky Greg didn't hear this.
Because Greg would
say, "Mommy now." Yeah.
Type of mother.
Exactly.
Right. You know, he's going yesterday.
No, but I'll tell you what his theory is. Because the way he presented it made total sense. Now, what we do as parents when we are frustrated, we're upset. That is not the time to chastise a child, especially inflicting physical pain. All right, because you're mad at the moment.
Right.
Whatever happened to reasoning? Like, okay, so you did this, and why does the result have to be that? And you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like we said yesterday, that's when we provide that safe space for our children. For your inner children, because hashtag Uncle Peach.
Right.
But creating that safe space for children or with your child as a parent or as a legal guardian in that child's life, so that you can say, at least so they'll better understand. So it's not just you taking away my toy all the time when I think I'm trying to have fun or when I think I'm just playing at home. It's more so telling you like, all right, little Johnny, I'm taking your tablet. I'm doing this because of X, Y, and Z, 1, 2, and 3. Not doing this in terms of have to be beating them or corporal punishment, but even if it's anything that they may not like, just providing that safe space. So they'll say like, oh well, I'm not supposed to do that, or moving forward I learned from that. And that's, and like Greg said yesterday, that takes knowing your child and knowing your
Of course,
and
and
obviously just
it
growing up with
requires a
that.
little bit more time that we seem to not have
Mhm.
when it comes to rearing our children. It's a quick fix. You know
Mhm.
what?
Right.
Slap them up,
Right.
inflict
Right.
pain. But the reason I asked you the question whether or not it helped you, well, that one was an accident. You weren't that was not on purpose.
No.
You wasn't copping attitude.
No.
You
No.
wasn't
No.
smelling yourself, like what people say, right? That was an accident. But for a beating that you got that was quote unquote warranted, what was it for?
Dum 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 dum
I can't think of any.
dum.
Honestly, I was a good child. I just was telling someone this other day. I was a good child. I
And
was,
I said the
but
same.
I stopped getting beaten. I think at 13, and after that, it was just a lot of shouting.
Okay, see, that's what Beats brought to the fold. Beats was saying, he figured by a certain age, which he quoted 8 years old, maybe, where they have the brain capacity
Right.
to understand.
Right.
But I beg to differ. I beg to differ because
Okay.
if you look at these new age children, at 2, they're able to maneuver through a tablet.
No, yeah.
They're able
That's
to
true.
search the web. Hello, somebody.
No, talk to me.
Okay.
Hello.
So to say that they don't have the mental capability or capacity to process what it is you're saying
Right.
is folly.
But
It's
then,
absolute
do you
foolishness.
think with that same perspective and argument, when some persons who be like, okay, let's say Susie and her daughter go into the store, and the daughter or little Susie is running around the store causing such a mess or whatever. My child,
Yeah.
and the mother says, "Oh, well, she's just a baby, or she just is a child," or trying to find an excuse for said child. It's like, hold on now. If we're saying that, like your child's old
You would
enough
have to be able to, and you see these signs all over the place.
Mhm.
Control your child.
please
Okay.
don't bring your children in.
Hey, don't bring
No
them.
children
even-
allowed.
don't even- you
Yeah.
can't control them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even bring them.
If you can't control your child, then you have a problem. Okay. But I don't think that beaten is necessarily
Yeah, not
the
say
answer.
warrant the
Because
beating
guess what?
part.
What beaten is trying to place fear. It like Greg said yesterday, it's fear. You could place fear into a child other ways, like he said. He mentioned the police. His
Yeah.
daughter is
Oh.
terrified of the thought of the police station. So if
Mhm.
you do this, I carry you to the police is enough. That's still fear.
Yeah.
Do you
But
know?
inflicting pain,
Right.
why do we think after 400 years of slavery that we need to continuously inflict pain?
But you know that funny that you bring up that comment in terms of what Greg's saying with the police officers. I left here yesterday thinking like, wow, I said some people will think that's extreme, but then it works for some people too. But then my mind started to wonder on
Oh,
how we went to
Jesus.
shock treatment. Do you remember shock treatment?
Yeah.
And how they get like the rude young boys
Yes.
from, let's say, youngest with maybe like 9, 10 to the oldest,
Sure.
maybe 16, 17.
Sure,
Right.
usually the police thing works, especially with young boys.
But y'all watch that?
Yeah.
Because I also believe in where you look at where people think it's abuse and just physically putting abuse on. I believe that stuff like that triggers mental abuse too.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now.
If I can say abuse, I go
Like
it's
he
equality.
said, we do this thing where we try pretty up the terminology.
Oh.
Right. So,
okay.
we talking about we are disciplining versus abusing.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
But it's one of the same.
No,
Because once you inflict pain,
Mhm.
whether it's the 2-finger top,
Right.
for a 2-year-old, their threshold is little or nothing. So this still is inflicting pain.
Right.
It's a mental thing. And if you're going to inflict pain,
Right.
how is it that you're going to tell somebody that you doing this because you love them? Love does not inflict pain.
exactly.
Okay, let's get real now.
And whether it be
If
physical,
somebody is
emotional, or
beating you and
mental.
say, I beat you because I love you.
You don't say I love you yet.
That is so, oh
Think
my
about it.
god.
How can someone love you and hurt you at the same time?
That is so
Wow. Sound
We
like
didn't think about that
that's my
yesterday.
past
That's a word.
relationships.
Think about it.
That's a word.
Think about it.
That's a
We're
word.
gonna
You got
take a
it.
quick break on that note. Oh, I feel philosophical.
Oh, Robo,
Oh,
feel it, Robo, preach.
We're gonna take a quick break on that one. Of course, free your mind on a Wild Out Wednesday right here on Star 106. Hit. Stay tuned.
Listen, I have to cut my Instagram and Facebook off.
Why? Because you don't want Auntie here?
And he's talking too much. Oh, man, reveal the truth. It came the devil.
Wow, these comments are coming in like, wow, listen, okay, I'm gonna read. When we get back, I gotta read. Man, she cut Auntie off the screen, but
Ain't no
so
time.
helpful.
No, but I always think about like you look back on stuff like shock treatment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They had those boys rolling in the puddles. They had those boys peeing up themselves and not going to the bathroom, stuff like that, just to say learn a lesson. Even more so, one of the shows, the boy says, "Oh, what do you want to do?" And he's like, "Oh, he's like, oh, I can see the future." And he's like, "Oh, use a prophet, eh? Or use a psychic, eh? Moving forward, that same little boy was wanted for murder." So it's like, okay, we get that you have them rolling around doing all these things and doing all these derogatory things, and you may not be putting your hands on them, but are you really fixing them?
Right. That's why I'm asking you guys.
Right.
Did it help? You answered it so correctly when you said that you just found it didn't stop whatever it is you're doing. You just found a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Simply answers the question right away. It
Yeah.
does not
It
help.
doesn't,
It does
no.
not. Because like Greg said, if you inflict that pain once for whatever reason, and you have to beat your child continuously through their
True.
childhood,
True.
the shit don't work.
But now flip it now to where you have a child that's okay.
All right, here we go. Here we
okay.
go.
Oh, okay.
Bring that same point up, and I got you.
Yeah, I got you.
I know you know how to
got you.
do it.
I got
Let me put my mind for a second.
Got you. Star 106, it's welcome back. Wild Out Wednesday, free your mind, brought to you courtesy of Guinness Smooth. Yes, indeed. 7% is what you're accustomed to, 7.5. Guinness Smooth is only 5% alcohol. All right. So make sure you stop on into any 700 Wines and Spirits locations and check it out today. All right. Now, back to the pain theory. All right. So here we go. If you beat a child for whatever reason, let's use Beats analogy yesterday for eating dirt. Right? For eating dirt. And you beat the child to say, well, you want him to understand that, eating dirt is not right. And then you beat the child for starting a fire.
Okay.
Right? And then you beat him again for spitting at the teacher. And then you beat him again for stepping on the little boy toe. You realize that the first beating should just totally alter the child's thinking in terms of doing something wrong again.
Mm-hmm.
It should fix his
It
hair
should
because it
have
was on
fixed
properly.
everything. So why is it that every time you beat the child, they end up doing either the same thing or something different?
Yeah.
And you said that it's just you learn to do whatever it is better or not get caught.
Right.
So it's safe to say that beating does not work.
Right.
Or flip it like this. I know we were talking about yesterday alternative means of discipline. And you mentioned taking away tablets or taking away stuff that they liked or whatever. But let's say suppose that doesn't work, and then you have their actions growing a bit beyond than taking away a tablet. So let's say it started out as little Johnny. Let's say
something out the food store.
Yeah, let's start small there. Teach some about teach some of the food store there. Okay, well now I can take a Game Boy away. I can put this PS5 away until you learn your lessons for a week. Okay, Johnny waits out his week patiently, and he comes back, and let's say it goes from beyond teething of the food store. Now we go to fighting at school.
Okay.
So now, okay, all right, okay, I can take this PS5 away from you, or you're grounded this weekend. No more fusion, no more none of this. You be staying home.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but now you're staying home. So now you take it up again to where Johnny don't have plans to go out, so he's chilling home, right with you watching TV. To fast forward to it goes on and on and on. So now, what do you say to those perspectives or those parents who don't want to beat, but then they didn't necessarily know anything how to do beyond that, or anything what they're doing now isn't working?
So have we tried shock treatment?
And I don't believe in that. You might as well
What
beat
is
him.
a shock treatment? I'm
I'm
thinking.
like,
I'm
you might as well
thinking.
beat him.
No, I'm thinking along the lines of, you know what? Especially when it comes to the petty thief,
Right.
right?
Right.
I can carry you to the station.
Yeah, no, I will carry you to the station.
I can carry you to the station. I can turn your butt in.
And I can say, leave him here for the weekend. Don't call me
No,
till
I know
Monday.
about the weekend.
Do not call me till Monday.
No, I know about the
Say-
weekend.
you-
But I can let the officer talk to you
Mhm.
and let you see or smell what the
Right.
cell is like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mhm.
But you can't just resort to physically and in some cases abusing
Mhm.
a child. All right, because it's safe to say, you ain't tell me your story yet.
Oh, you didn't ask. Thank you for
Sorry,
asking.
what's your story? What's your story?
I used to get beaten.
Did it help?
Well, here's
I ain't
my
gonna tell Donnell.
no, but Donna used to ring me. I remember she did it
Wow.
one good time. Remember wasn't the beater. She wasn't
She
the
was the ringer.
she was the ringer, but I remember she beat us one time. It was me and my brother, and me and my brother got into like a little fight, as any brothers would, siblings would. But this one day she came home from work, I guess after a long day, to see that her children are fighting, and she's always so
She
big
lost
on.
it.
She lost it on the fact that it doesn't need to
See,
be no
it
other
comes
reason,
from a place of frustration.
but it's just more of the reason of y'all are brothers, y'all shouldn't be fighting.
Oh.
So it's
Ain't no
like.
Cain and Abel around
Ain't
here.
no right, and that was a
Oh.
real, the woman of God. That's really what she was saying. So after moving, the lesson I learned from that is that this is my brother, not to physically put hands. And yes, you're gonna get frustrated. Yes,
You can have differences.
but learn to speak.
That makes sense.
Learn to speak.
See, and but learn to speak also means you should be able to effectively communicate
Yes,
with
effectively.
your child. That's your child.
Exactly.
That child is of you, come from you, especially as mothers.
And my mommy said, "Oh, you represent me out here."
Yeah, real talk.
No, real talk.
Let
Yeah.
me read some of these comments because it's very interesting. I don't want our Facebookers to feel
Oh
left
yeah,
out. All right?
sound off. Let them free their
All right,
mind.
so this one says sometimes mothers beat or mistreat their kids often time because they resemble their father. We can talk about
No,
that.
Jeez, we have time to talk about that.
No, that's a show by itself.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
real. Okay, this one says, Empress, I got my finger broken for being rude. Okay, now you see, these things should not be acceptable.
No.
I don't care what you did. I know we have this saying, I bring you in the world, I'll take you out.
And yeah, that could be
no.
true somewhere, but no.
No, because guess what? At the end of the day, you did not give life, so you can't take it.
Yeah,
so let's
so-
just kill that one right
Exactly.
there. All right. For being rude, you break your child's finger. Okay. Let's say, and maybe you could share what you did that was so rude that deserved your finger to almost be dismembered.
Right.
What could a child? Let's say the child thief. Right. We're back to going in the gas station and taking out the people that Wrigley's gum.
Mhm.
All right. Does that warrant you breaking your child's finger?
That's
I
like,
guess when it probably wasn't even deliberate, but in all the anger and frustration,
Right.
you didn't realize.
Or even embarrassment.
Oh, Jesus.
So because these parents say, don't embarrass me.
Don't shame
Don't shame me out here.
That's all.
So that can be something too.
All right, so we'll
True.
wait for that to find out what the child did.
Yeah.
This one says, I get beaten with a hanger for going by my neighbor who was a boy. Okay, so that came out of a place of fear.
Mhm.
This mother or father is thinking,
You go
my
on.
good child, she done see in a period. Anything could happen.
She just started bumping.
She just started bumping.
Oh,
Booty
Jesus.
looking round, just from a place of fear. Real talk?
No, and even
Real.
I also attribute to certain I guess communities actually as well too, and I see that with a place of love. My mother and her family, those were from Fox Hill, so it's like more of my great grandmother raised my mom, so she would tell me stories about how they would get beaten like with a hot spoon.
See, now that's abuse.
That is abuse.
That's abuse. That whole tampering switch.
The
all of that
switch.
is
Get the
slave,
switch.
slave
Slave
mentality.
Yeah.
That's slave mentality.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as free as we think we are, the shackles still remain around the
here.
mind. It's
Yes.
still up in the memory.
Because
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
more so us taking back that slave culture of our
beat somebody to get what you need.
beat
them
the respect
to do.
into them,
Right.
Yes.
beat the fear into them, put the
Yes.
fear of God. So when they see
That
you,
is-
see your
that's
color.
not of God.
That-
Abuse is not of God.
No, it's
No.
definitely not.
No.
But it's putting that fear or striking that fear and say that you have to respect me now. I've broken you down from whatever point that you were at to now this point. So you need to fear me and respect me.
This was she went on to say that the guy next door had a video game and she didn't. I like video games, and I
Oh,
definitely didn't like boys. So it wasn't about the boy and his member.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
It was really
this
just
was
like, this is
about
my
boys.
friend.
I like that
Oh,
piece. That back then that could have been an Atari
That
for
could
all
have been
you know.
the
right, right.
That
GameCube.
was
Let me tell you
Mario,
something. I love
right?
Mario
That could have
Party.
been Donkey Kong for all we
Just want to
know.
play a little Street
I
Fighter,
just want to
man.
play a little Pitfall or Street
Hadouken.
Fighter.
Oh.
Hadouken.
Something. Man, that's it right there. All right. So again, based on that, that's the fear of that parent at that moment.
Do you
My
think
God, the child gone next door, the little boy was home alone. Jesus, anything could have happened.
anything could happen? But just guess
But
where your
guess
mind
what?
going? Guess where your mind going?
You thinking like an adult.
You're going to the very worst.
The worst.
Mhm.
But that says that you as the parent have
Right.
not done your
Right.
job.
Right.
If you ain't teach your little you give me the amen.
Amen.
No,
Amen.
Robo.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
All right, let's read another one. Beating is slave mentality, in my opinion. I'm with you, Sean. This one says some women say he don't like them if they don't beat them.
Oh,
Okay,
true.
see what I mean?
Wait, hold. That sounds a little different.
Yeah, no, I know where he's going with that.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I know where he's going with that. This
Mhm.
one says
These men love
taking
bad
away a
treatment.
tablet only is result into those tantrums you see thrown on TV by the sand-colored folks.
Not the sand
I
colored.
get what you. In other words, he's saying only the the other man, them
It's
Right.
through timeouts.
is doing the time out.
It's be like, oh, I'm taking away your cell phone now.
You will not be calling anyone.
Go
Exactly.
timeout right now. 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Well, geez, how much time? Well, how long if you want to keep them all out?
No, but why do we attribute that to the white man thing?
Oh,
Back going back to
Because
that slave
again,
aspect.
until we come to grips with this, then this is going to continuously happen. Now, I am proud to
Mhm.
say that me
yes.
today,
The natural
the
empress.
natural empress,
Yes.
is a result of no beating.
Oh, nice.
Absolutely none. My parents were able to talk.
That's
Now, that doesn't necessarily work for every child.
right. Right.
There's a possibility that it didn't or it can't.
Right.
You may have to do some other extreme measures, but at the same time, I don't think, like Greg said, you can't. When you beat a child, you're already in your feelings,
Right.
adrenaline running,
Uh-huh.
you're angry. Beats was saying you calm down first, and he was like, "Who does beat when they calm?"
No, I have a relative.
Let me hear this.
Yeah, let's hear
Go
it.
ahead.
I have a relative
I needed someone to chime in for that part.
who her granddaughter, when this would have been, let's say, about a decade ago, she wouldn't, well, I know two people like this of color.
beat when
People
they
of
calm?
color. They beat. They
Uh-huh.
don't. They beat when they calm. Yes, they tell the
Yeah.
child, like they tell the child,
This is why I'm
We'll-
doing this.
yes,
Yes.
but we'll wait until we get home. They
Okay.
don't beat them like.
That's not beaten in public. That's still
Oh, okay.
no. That's different. You have some
Okay.
Is it
parents that
different if
just-
if it happens behind closed doors in public?
No, it shouldn't be in public.
No, it should never
It
be in
should-
public.
it
Actually,
should never be in public.
Yeah, yeah,
But-
yeah.
At the same time, I agree with Greg when he said that is for big people in their bedroom. That's the only time.
but you know, I leave that, or I'll place that as that fine line, or the fine line between abuse and discipline, and I place that fine line. And like you said,
But
putting
then,
words.
even if you call it discipline, you're still inflicting pain. So how?
Because it's like, what kind of discipline?
What do you say? There
type of
are
discipline?
levels.
I'm
to
just
it?
going with this story we don't hear.
okay.
What do you say? Because then I also say I was also involved.
Oh my God! You see,
What she
I
say?
call in social service for plenty of y'all parents. So please don't put your stories up if you don't think I can get them to backtrack.
I know. Let me know
You
your
ready for
parents.
this
Then.
one?
Hit us.
I got knocked down
Knocked down.
at the age of 5.
Like knocked
Car
down.
hit you down.
Or like
It was-
Bohemian exaggeration
no,
knocked
no,
down.
I got no knockdown is knocked down. You were in the street,
Jesus,
car
fuck
licked you down, and you made it. You're alive to tell the story,
I'm in love. Sorry.
and still got beaten for getting knocked down. Now, if that is not the heights of foolishness, again, that comes from a place of fear. Jesus, I would have gotten the call that my child dead. So you were upset as the parent. But how do you inflict more pain on a 5-year-old after being knocked down
I
by a
can't.
car?
No,
Let's
I
take a
can't.
break right there. I got to
Yeah.
cool off before I knock the parent out through the screen. We're going to take a quick break right here. Freeman, we got a traffic report coming up, finding out what's happening on the streets of Nassau. Keep you cheering inside. Don't let him get knocked down.
And off the road,
Huh?
please.
Get off the road. We got the traffic report right here, followed by more of this Wild Out Wednesday, Star 106 hits.
Okay. First of all, let
Now
me open.
that's some real nigga.
Niggly.
That's a real nigga sugar.
Thank you.
Let me open this door because I was too fast closing this.
No, we looking at you
You
like,
know what happened?
did we do something?
No.
Oh.
I thought you could have heard the background noise in the,
Oh.
in
Oh,
the
no.
hallway.
Okay, so this one says,
I'd give a shout out to
Hold on.
Naja Gay. I must have tagged the wrong Naja. Naja Gay,
Oh
how you
my
doing, love?
God.
She messaged me. She's like, "Hey, I think you did it. I think you tagged the wrong person." And meanwhile, my phone was trying to crack. So
How does she spell it?
Naja, Naja.
That's Instagram or Facebook?
No, it's on Facebook.
Oh, I don't have NAJ on Facebook.
Oh,
yeah.
it's NASI.
Yeah,
Oh,
on Facebook, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, let's take a little.
I
Naja
get, no,
today.
Miss Marie. I understand why he get beaten for being in the road when he was supposed to be inside. But you think that that was
Was
the
the time?
appropriate time to discipline your child?
This is the child could have been
Come
paid.
on,
But guess
man.
what? He can never do it again.
Please. And he probably still went outside and played ball. Come on.
But at
Come on.
5,
No, before.
I would go crazy.
But honestly, when my mommy used to take away our modems, the back in the day modems, and unplug the internet and all that stuff.
Oh no, they don't. No.
But I could have bet on my bottom dollar. My mommy leave work for 8 o'clock. I already know where it is, and I already put it back because she getting off at 4 o'clock.
You know, she used to do that with my
He said
sister.
he was in pain. Why wasn't the first course of action to go seek medical attention? Like, what the hell?
That's
Just
a
stay inside because
That's fair.
that's fair.
The fair I talking about again.
Is that fair and frustration? Because if you just do what I say,
This wouldn't happen.
this will happen.
You know what it
and that's
is?
the fair speaking.
It's
But
still
frustration, the seeing that.
The
What could have happened?
But what occurred from what I've tried to warn you about.
See, if you'd only listen,
If
but
you'd-
children
oh,
are always going to be
Jesus.
children.
but you could say that.
That's what I'm
You don't
saying.
have to beat that
Again,
into him.
I never get beaten
Hey.
by pop. Like, wait, look at me.
And you know they got
Look
to
at
say,
me.
Then-
"Oh, Jesus,
Me
is
natural
hard-headed
empress.
children."
Wait, listen to me. My parents was able to reason because
My-
they spent the time. They spent
Yeah,
my
you have
mommy
to spend the time.
especially.
You have to spend
We don't
the
have
time.
the time. We're so busy trying to work to get this almighty dollar that we
My
don't
mommy
That's right.
spend
impatient.
the time. No, this is it's a
My dad-
time. If you can't have, there's one thing to say you gotta take care of your child financially, but if you don't have the time to emotionally stabilize it, you're don't have no
Yes.
charity.
Yes.
Straight
No,
up.
for true. My dad was in the seminary of my family.
Star 106 hits, welcome back. Free your mind on a Wild Out Wednesday. I want to read a couple more of these comments. Of course, the young man who was hit down at the age of 5 says that he was in pain. And I could imagine, I can't imagine at 5, the threshold of pain for a 5-year-old is like little or nothing. His question is, why do you think his mommy didn't think about medical attention before she decided to wet him one again?
Because it's that fear, like we mentioned on the break.
Right.
It's the fear and you being fearful of something happening and then that thing actually happening. So the fear and frustration actually meets at one place.
Oh man, these comments are killing me. One says, was he on bike or on barefoot?
Yeah, because I need
This
because
one
those things
says
matter.
bike, I bet.
I God.
Bike,
This
I
one
wish.
Says, as the parent, your job is to modify their life to accommodate. This one says, this sounds like midterm break, not summer vacation. This one says, was walking across the road to my auntie house. That's where
Okay.
he was going. I going to see my auntie.
My
I'm
cousin.
thinking it shouldn't be, so I wasn't going to go play. I wasn't going to the neighbors. I was going to my auntie.
But if I
Your
say,
sister.
but me, the parent, who push you out, if I say keep that tail inside, how you get outside?
That's what I thinking too.
How you
I
even
think
get
that
This
Right.
outside?
one, you
I think
said
that
the
too.
child shouldn't get beaten in public. This one says,
Uh-huh.
I got slapped down in Walmart in
Mm.
America. The place where that is a no-no.
Where the police will take you
Fast.
in no time.
And in a hurry. All right. This one says that my mom did some beating in her time and would tell you what she's beating you for. And if it's my little sister, she would go in her room and cry after the beating. So why are you going to inflict pain on the child and then internalize it? causing you pain as well.
It's those
Right.
empaths, people who are empathetic and sympathetic at the same time.
So again, is beating the only answer?
It isn't the
No.
only answer,
So
but it
why
takes
do
you
we
knowing your child.
resort? Is it our culture? Is it an inborn concept, or is it
Yes.
culture
Yeah.
that we
Oh, all
think
three of
that
them.
this
Yeah.
is the most effective?
I think I think the inborn, because I think it's generational. So
Mhm.
I forgot the term, but
Traditional? Mine's-
when you us now, like us in the 21st century, we carry in, what is it? You carry in the spirits from our
Oh, sins of our
ancestors.
fathers.
Right. Like,
Okay.
so
That's
Boom.
the
it's like
sin.
it's been passed down,
hmm
but it's up to it has to be up to someone to change it. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? Like to stop it. But Empress, to a point that you made.
Sorry, say auntie and mommy wasn't friends.
It wasn't. So
God.
how you get outside this house?
That's twice.
You see, because the child is thinking, this is
Oh,
my
it's my
auntie.
auntie. So I go
Right.
see my auntie.
But he don't know at
But it's
five. He
cruel.
don't know.
It's cruel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
I was saying to the point that you made earlier, like you have to know your child, because child A
It's different from child.
is different from child B. So for me, like I said, I didn't really get beaten. But if
Yeah,
you
but
talk to me
yeah, but
and
if-
I feel embarrassed, that's
Oh, you
it.
shut me up.
Let's talk
Ooh.
about
If I'm-
those parents that think that it's okay to come to the school and beat the child in front of the
You talking
class.
about come to the school? Imagine have a parent at the school all my life.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
no, I didn't
Oh,
know that one.
and
Oh,
my dad was
wow.
a senior master
No.
who was in
He
charge
just
of
stopped.
beating the.
No.
I mean, not that I was a rude child
No,
or
no,
a rude student at
yeah.
all, but a
You
lot of
already have a target on your back.
all the teachers. I mean, it'll take nothing to shut me up. You want me to call you daddy?
That's it.
And not even because my daddy's gonna beat me. No, I'd be too embarrassed. Like I see my
Embarrassed.
friends. So I was like, oh, look at the senior master son.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
But those parents that care, you have parents who come and disrobe.
Mm-hmm.
You embarrass the
You
child.
come in with your curlers in.
Yes,
your dust
with the
on.
night cream.
Oh,
You understand the stocking cap.
What-
Wow.
Go ahead.
I'd say the ones with the who have on the little quick shake and go wigs. So
And it just looked more like shake.
man,
shake
more
than
shake than
go.
go. It look like it's going.
Okay.
Oh,
Child,
Lord
no.
have
No, but
mercy.
those things are embarrassing. I think that's where that emotional trauma will come in, because then I'd be so fearful of like doing anything publicly or
Again.
like or having my business out publicly.
I'd be scarred, but I think our generation, like older generations, would have been scarred, but like today we can laugh at it.
Mm.
But this generation
But
now, that's different.
again, the question is,
Mhm.
does it work? And again, I'm thinking, if you got beaten once,
Mhm.
and if you only got beaten once in your life,
Mhm.
and it straightened you up, then we could talk. But
Right.
if you got continuously beaten,
Right.
Mhm.
it says to me that beating doesn't work.
No.
Because that fear of the chance of feeling that pain inflicted once again
Mhm.
is supposed to stop you in your tracks.
Right.
And it doesn't,
No.
because you can do it again.
Right.
But you
So
know,
does it work?
No.
I think in certain let me be
Let's
very
talk.
careful. Wait, let's talk.
That's all.
I do. I think what is that we're arguing here? I think
Somebody
it's
says this show is funny and realistic at
Yeah,
the same time.
all at the same time. But no, because you have us here in this new generation who are redefining roles and seeing how things can be newly done, and rather than us complaining against the majority of folks in our country saying that, oh well, I get beaten in, beating never killed me.
Right.
Beating never did unto me, and that's a
Right.
traditionalist mindset. So it's
Right.
more of a we would have to argue with our parents, and when we become parents,
Yeah.
have to argue with our older parents, because it will be the majority of those folks raising other folks with that same mindset to say, "Oh, you need to beat these children.
Yeah,
You're talking
yeah.
to them too much. You're giving them too much freedom,
Yeah.
I
too
can
much,
tell you- I
too much
can tell you
leeway."
what.
Mhm.
There are a lot of women in particular, single women,
Mhm.
single parents,
Mhm.
that, especially when they're growing a boy child,
Oh yeah,
a
feel as
male
if that.
child,
Feel
feel
as
that
if that.
they have to
Yeah.
inflict that pain and show them who is boss,
Mhm.
because they don't want the boy to overrule them.
Mhm,
You understand? And they're
Ooh.
upset that they're doing this job alone.
mhm.
Right.
All right. So
And you
they
look-
find. Go
Hey,
ahead.
no,
They
Jesus,
already
you look
mad.
just like your
They
pa.
are-
All right,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Even here.
I gotta carry you for 9 months. You don't even have my nose.
No, that too. But here it is. I have to do everything for
Yes.
you financially,
Mhm.
emotionally. You understand?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
she's already frustrated. Plus, her paycheck ain't all that. But he gallivanting with this next girl.
Have
a new
Ah.
baby.
Mhm.
You understand? So
And leave
it
me here with
comes
this.
The little
from-
girl he always wanted.
Uh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
This was the some. Oh, don't even go there.
Don't go there.
Some parents actually see themselves in their kids, but yet they want to abuse them. So, in other words, you was a rude child.
Hmm.
You was always mischievous.
True.
This
True.
child is just like you.
Chip off the old block.
What do you expect?
Do you know those? I don't know if you've ever saw those persons with children and be like, and let's say if it's a hypothetically, if it's a girl and she has like a bunch of other little girls, and let's say she was one of the
Say hashtag best baby dad.
hashtag if she's one of those girls in high school, and like somewhere fast or whatever, people would jokingly say like because she has all girls, that's your karma coming back for
Yes,
you.
yes,
All
yes,
same
yes.
with men too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this your karma,
Yeah.
and I believe that if I see you have
Oh yes.
4 or 5 boys or 5 girls.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on.
yes.
Now I know you wasn't decent in your young
Mm.
times,
Oh,
but I
yes.
happy God give you 5 chances.
Fine.
But I think with this, how the saying go, hurt people, the
Yeah.
abused becomes the abuser.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying like some generation gotta start cutting it off. Someone gotta start it.
I don't want us to continuously
Mhm.
dub that method as the Ottoman them method.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what we do.
Right.
Yeah,
We
no.
don't- Why we should talk?
Because anything foreign to us is the Ottoman them.
No, but what is wrong with effective communication? That's all it is,
Right.
It's talking. Why do we think that we ain't supposed to talk as parents? Say what I say and you won't do it. Guess what? I coming out swinging.
I
Why?
wonder.
But you have a lot of parents in our society now who feel as if that you can't say use a child, and you could be whatever age. Use the child to me. I's the mother. I's the father.
For sure.
So whatever you're saying come across as whatever,
But
and so as rude or whatever.
I do think it still stems from slavery and
It
colonialism.
does.
And
It
that
does.
traditional
what it is.
mindset
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why are we not running away from that?
That's what you would think that you would want better. Like the example you gave earlier when you said that the mother would beat the child and then go in her room and cry. But if you crying to beat your child, stop beating her.
No, but
Let's talk, man.
why we wouldn't do that is that we look around you. All we know, this is all we know. So we're surrounded by water. We're on one island. So what you know in the corner of your 21/7, I know over here.
But look at it. Let's dive into mental health for a
Mhm.
second.
Right.
We knew nothing about that.
That we recently just got started talking about
Right.
in
But guess what?
2019.
A change is coming.
Mhm.
Right.
We're having these conversations more openly now,
Mhm.
more frequently.
Right.
So that means a change is gonna come.
Yes.
That's right. Change is gonna
It's
come.
gonna come.
But-
So why is this any different?
I
Right.
think it's slowly coming into place. 'Cause I only feel as if that mental health became our conversation because how social media now introduced it to us, where we're able to be more exposed. You have
Mhm.
Netflix shows, you have people writing
All right,
songs
so
about
what
it.
what more than slavery you need to be exposed to understand that whipping and beating till the point where ridges on your back and your finger break and all this foolishness
Mhm.
is the best way.
Because you see, it's still happening as adults among adults now.
Beaten, they never kill nobody. And he corrected him with that. He says, just because you don't know someone
Right.
doesn't mean, because guess what?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Check it out. People have died. The wrong hit could kill.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact. Maybe you just don't know somebody who died from it.
Exactly.
You understand? But don't say beaten never kill nobody, because that's not
Exactly.
true.
No, and
Exactly.
I definitely concur with that point too, because then it makes you think about because we're stuck with no exposure. You're stuck with a majority of folks who may not have exposure to another culture to see how they discipline their children, how they may even raise their children.
Is this like a political affiliation? You
Oh.
just, when I say that, you vote
Hey,
PLP
ooh.
without even knowing who the MP is for your area, your constituency. But just because your Grammy was a PLP and your daddy's a PLP, you vote PLP.
Right.
Is it the same? You're going to beat just because your parents used to beat you and their parents beated them. So I too shall be.
Yeah. I guess I wasn't thinking like that, but yeah. Because my grandparents, my great grandparents beat my grandparents,
and they're still alive. Like we ain't nothing.
Hey, they've been married for so they don't have how many children and grandchildren now.
Right.
Yeah.
So
but if every child could tell you that the last beating, like I said, if it was a one time for a one-time fee, one beating.
For a low down payment of $25.99.
Okay.
Right? If you got one beating and it changed your life,
kudos.
But if you could tell me more than 5 times consecutively in your lifetime, and then I know a lot of people are listening now and say, boy, I press call numbers, eh? 5.
No call numbers.
It's a joke. You understand? So it says to me, this is simple mathematics and
Exactly.
calculations right now. If you got beaten more than once, twice, three times a lady,
Yep.
then guess what? It doesn't work.
Work.
Also,
Especially for the same thing. Why are you getting beaten for the same thing?
But no, no, no. I don't care what it was for. It could be for three different things. The
Mhm,
fact that
mhm.
the infliction of that pain did not stop you dead in your tracks for any other wrongdoing,
True.
it means that it does not work.
True.
How many children do you know, friends, cousins, whoever, that used to live getting beaten and they still was bad?
True.
well, let me be devil's advocate for a little bit because you have folks, you have children in this day and age, and speaking to some of your teacher friends, or like speak to the teachers who are in the system, who are in here, or actually in the field, to experience children who've had to raise themselves from, like, let's say the streets, or
Sure.
let's say their home background may not be the same as yours or mine, or your
Sure.
own. So they come to the school to say for a getaway, or it could be for whatever, but this is where they can actually feel themselves. They have their friends, they have this going on. So you have folks, hold on, you have children who per se know their power. So let's say if I know that, oh, Mr. So and so think he run this, yada yada, Mr. So and so think he bad or whatever, watch he try to talk to me, I can run up on him. And I don't want to say that teachers, that being adults should be fearful of children and vice versa, but you do have some students or some teachers that are genuinely in fear of their lives because of what they've been through. And what they've been through, meaning teaching other students, not saying that all children, not saying that warrants beating,
Right.
but it makes you think, like, what are you to do them? Because I'm not gonna have a 16-year-old roll up on me to fight me
I
just
get
because he
you.
didn't bring homework home.
I get you.
Mm.
Then there's also you mentioned the child that is continuously getting beaten.
Mhm.
I think that's the time for the parent to stop and think, okay, you know what? Remember now, children have been taught to be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
So if we shut our
Oh.
children down, so sometimes these children are acting out.
Right.
Mhm.
I try to get
Mhm.
something across to you, lady or gent,
Right.
but y'all ain't hearing me because
Right.
I don't know how to effectively communicate with you.
I don't know what effective communication is
Period.
because I haven't been shown that.
Right.
I think we can leave that one right there. That's something to marinate on, and that's where effective communication is called for.
Yeah.
You
Drop-
understand? Because children sometimes don't know how to articulate. They don't know how to say. They don't know how to free their mind because we have never been taught to. We're taught to be quiet.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Just keep it quiet.
And don't wait till the first time to be 16, 17. For them, the first time, free their mind. You like, where this coming from?
Oh,
Where this coming
God.
from? Why you never tell me?
I didn't notice, but you ain't never say nothing.
Listen, before I sign up, everybody, listen, you always have the option. If you don't want children now, you don't
If
have
you
to
don't,
have
my
children.
thing is if you don't, it's not all about the money
No.
and the finances to have
No.
children. For me, is if you don't have the time,
Emotional
Yes.
support,
Yep.
the emotional time for me.
don't
Call it-
have it.
Please
call it a
don't.
day.
Don't have them.
Call
Don't.
it a day.
Please,
Uncle
you-
Peach, Godfather
Yes,
Peach,
yes.
whatever you need to do until you're ready.
Please
Be that.
engage in the horizontal hokey pokey safely.
Thank you.
'Cause-
Please.
Condoms are cheaper than diapers.
Yes, they are. This one says children are also sponges. So, where did they get
The
That-
environment.
attitude
Mhm.
from? All right. So
Exactly.
we got plenty to talk
Oh
about.
yes.
But thank you, folks, for listening. Of course, top of the hour, 5 o'clock here, Drive at 5 with yours truly, and DJ AI comes your way. I also want to remind you guys, before I do that, before we figure out which car we drive in today, that Rev, they want to advise the general public that their technicians are continuously working right now tirelessly to restore your Rev TV services. Several of their channels have already been restored and others will continue to
Thank
come
God.
on stream. So just be patient. They will continue to provide updates on their website and social media platforms. Again, thank you for your patience in this matter. All right, keep it locked. Like I said, Drive at 5 on a Wild Out Wednesday, right here on Star 106 Hits.
When Jim and Juice.
That's right. All right, everybody.
All right, guys,
Take the
that was
time,
awesome,
of course.
guys. I hope your finger healed.
Hope y'all are right.
Right.
Properly.
All right. Miss Marie says beating is worthless. Well, maybe if it's a good way for an adult to get their frustration out, but it's pointless. We need to have better skills.
Miss Marie
Our
said
skill set for raising children. It came from a mentality of our ancestors because that was their skill set.
Miss Marie
All
said
right.
that's a good way for us to get
Hold on. That's all they knew. We know better, so let's do better. All right. Stop
You better go
abusing
outside and punch a
kids.
tree.
They are
Content
little
free.
people trying to figure it out. They will make mistakes, and we must do our best to spend time and talk to them and allow them, more importantly, to talk to us.
Miss Marie, let's talk.
What did I miss?
Miss Marie said that's a good way for adults to relieve their frustration. Feeding children.
No, what she's saying is that's
Like
what
used
they
to be.
think. That's what they're thinking. This is a way to.
Oh,
She's saying it's
right.
pointless.
Like,
No,
Miss
she's
Marie.
saying she
And
know.
like when frustration, you could jog a lap. You could like
Hold on. Belinda sent me a message.
Was charged today with indecent
Yes.
assault.
Mhm.
And
In Freeport.
subsequently
What happened?
received
I can send it to you.
The music teacher in Freeport was
Let
charged
me
with
state.
indecent
Oh, Belinda
assault.
talking, y'all. Hush.
that the Bahamas Union of Teachers does not condone any form
So,
of harm, abuse, or violation of students, especially
She obviously was listening.
in our care.
that's what I'm saying. So she sent it right to you to send along.
This matter is sub judice, so I will limit my comments. But I caution and I urge all of our teachers, males and females, to conduct yourselves as you usually do.
So what's going on? Tell me.
He was sending inappropriate messages to one. Well, allegedly a couple of the students, but a few of them
We'll
stepped
be
so
back.
far.
We'll be back.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in.